Hi everybody and welcome to a multiplayer race at the Chinese Grand Prix. 25% race, doing the formation lap first. Let's see how things go. Qualified 9th, not great, not terrible, but as you can see, very few people just moving, and I don't want to get removed from the formation lap because I want to warm up my tires, but that was very, very messy. Now the AI takes over to finish up the reforming of the grid. Let's see how things go, and as we can see, quite a few people jumped us when we were slowing down through that just complete mess at the start of the formation lap. Yeah, and the Red Bull in front, not even at a normal angle, but now 5 red lights coming on, and oh no, so many people were moving that out of instinct I started moving. I'm so frustrated with myself. That was really annoying, you know, because I slammed on the brake immediately. You know, I didn't want to gain anything from that you know, jump start. Yeah, but and I still am P4, you know, I still had a legitimately good start. But that is just really, really frustrating, and I'm really unhappy with myself that I was so focused on, you know, what everybody else is doing that I went too early. Virtual safety car, and we're gonna serve our drive-through penalty straight away. You know, it's maybe not the smartest thing because we have a lot of pace now, so maybe it's not best to serve the drive-through right now, but I wanted to because I think that it's good to get it done and just... But... What?
One stop left in this strategy.
They pit me. They didn't do a drive-through. They pit me. Okay, hold on. So, for one thing, I still have to do my drive-through. For another thing, I pit way too early, and now I have to use mediums for the rest of the race. What? Why? This is ridiculous. I wanted to Okay, that is something that should be added in future F1 games. You should be able to decide a few things when it comes to pit stops. Number 1, if you want to serve your drive-through or take a pit stop. Number 2, if you want to serve a penalty, you know, that was something that I find frustrating is, you know, you don't get to decide for some reason if you want to serve like a 5-second time penalty in the pits, which is silly. But anyways, this Mercedes is an AI, so very slow, very easy to pass. I did not expect to pass him that easily, but there we are, on to lap 4 now, as I've been ranting for about a whole lap. But yeah, we are actually ahead of our Renault teammate, who also has got a drive-through penalty. We are catching up a lot to this Alfa Romeo, Sutep, instead of Setup, going down the inside. Yes, we are, and they push us off. That was... What? That was dirty, okay? That was not okay. I don't understand that. That was just not giving us any space whatsoever. A few more people pitting in, some P13 going very deep, very wide. And there's the Alfa Romeo up ahead of me, but I would have passed them by this point. I had more pace. I was doing a bit of an outrageous dive bomb, I admit, but they still should have given me some space. And the Alfa Tauri going so slowly, I overtake through, once again, a very much not overtaking zone. Now the Alfa Romeo is in the points. That's where I want to be. But anyways, what I've learned is that we actually have pretty decent pace. Like, this is something strange. For some reason, it takes me a while to get into the rhythm of something, so sometimes my race pace is better than my quali pace. But like, I just set quicker laps in the race. But now this Williams being very, very aggressive here, and a Ferrari going super slowly, so that's P9 pretty much gifted. We're still gonna, you know, get a bit of slipstream here. And there we are. Will we get them? We're just gonna dive down. Hopefully pretty simple. Yes, it is a bit deep, but it's no big problem. Yeah, so as I was saying, for some reason this undercut really worked out. Like, I was just overtaking left and right, and even the Alfa Romeo, like, I wasn't very happy with how dirty they were driving, but they were carving a path for me. They really, really were. And and they're up in P7. I'm up in P8 after being, I think, 16th. At some point, I swear I was lost, though. But yeah, with the drive-through, with all that stuff, using almost every single ounce of ERS, and there's the Alfa Romeo with a stupid dive bomb. I'm trying to go tight so that I can get a better exit. It's not really working. I'm going to overtake the AI because the AI is slow, and I do want to, when I say AI, I don't mean it's an AI car. It's a person, but they're not driving at that point. That's what that little X means. So, effectively, it is AI. There's the Alfa Romeo, not trying to give up that position. Again, being quite aggressive, but this is a lot more fair. This is nicer racing, and now we are up to P6. 2 cars up ahead of us, P4, on the cards perhaps, which might sound silly, but I had so much pace. I was really thinking, you know what, P4. Let's pull some more overtakes. The Alfa Romeo. Oh, well, that was strange. I really thought I was going to get those positions, but the Red Bull glitching, going back to the position that they were originally in, being quite slowed down by the Alfa Romeo, and I am up to P5. And I put a personal best by 5,000th of a second. Now at this point, I'm trying to catch up as much as I humanly can. I really am. I'm pushing like mad, but for some reason, it was very hard to catch up to the Red Bull. Now, as you can see, my tires are quite worn, so there are 2 possibilities. 1, you know, this person is good, or 2, I have 2 worn tires, like, I just can't compete. Or 3, they're good, and I have worn tires, which is probably number 3. But by this point, on to lap 12, I had a 3/10 gap, and by lap 13, there was a 1 second gap. My tires are just falling off the cliff onto the last lap now, and they've made a second gap in this lap. It's just, the tires really falling off the cliff here. Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. We are still going to collect, you know, I'm quite positive we're going to collect P4. We're 15 seconds ahead of P5. That, you know, even though we couldn't catch up to, you know, P3, we were, you know, still quick. We were pulling away very much. There's a car, but unfortunately it's a lapped car, the Ferrari, and they might be retiring because they just pulled off onto the grass there. But yeah, and this just makes me wonder, if I didn't have a drive-through, was surely a podium was on the cards, but was there a win on the cards? But here's the thing. While yes, the drive-through did hinder me, the mistake by the AI made me pit earlier than I wanted. And for a long time that was an advantage. I'd still say that was an advantage. I couldn't get P3, but I don't think I would have gotten anywhere near P3. And there we are. End of the race, P4, a fantastic recovery drive, sorry. And that is my final race on F1 2020, and it was a good one, I'd say. That was a very, very good one indeed. There's the podium, we just missed it. Oh, and the Red Bull is actually ahead of the Haas. Yeah, so the Haas must have had a penalty. Again, if we were a bit faster, maybe we could have gotten a podium. Even then, actually, we just, you know, tires were just too worn, but that was a fantastic race. I can't talk. I hope to see you in the next game. And yeah, look, even like this, from P9 to P4 sounds pretty good, but yeah. See you next game. Goodbye.